Afternoon, dear students. Welcome you all in this video session for class 5 social studies. Because we have completed chapter number 1 and chapter number 2, so let's have a quick recap. Let's have a quick revision class for chapter number 1, Heritage of India, and Maps and Globes, chapter number 2, right? So let's begin on with the quick recapitulation. What do you mean by the term heritage? Heritage means something valuable, something precious which is passed on from one generation to another. The historical buildings and monuments are the symbols of its heritage. Also traditions, festival, food, languages, dance and music are part of cultural heritage. About the epics and folk tales, epics are long narrative poem as already been told. It tells stories of brave men, women, including gods and goddesses. Important epics of our country are Ramayana and Mahabharata, very famous epics, longest epics. Now, folk tales. What are folk tales? Tales means stories. So, stories passed down orally from one generation to next. They have messages or morals, right? For example, Panchatantra tales and Jatak tales. Now, what are Panchatantra tales? Collection of short stories in which animals are the main characters. So, collection of short stories in which animals are the main characters are Panchatantra tales. It is written in Sanskrit by very famous Pandit Vishnu Sharma 1000 years ago. And what are Jatak tales? Jatak tales are the stories in which humans are the main characters. So this is the basic difference between Panchatantra tales and Jatak tales. In Panchatantra tales, animals are the main character, whereas in Jatak tales, human are the main characters. Moreover, these Jatak tales are part of Buddhist literature and written in ancient Pali language. Pali language is a common language of the people, of the folk, right? Now some of the question answers. Let's have a quick recap of all the question answers of the chapters. Traditions have been carried over for centuries from one dash to another. They have been carried on for centuries from one generation to another. The historical buildings and monuments are dash of our heritage. They are the symbol of our heritage. The body of dash is preserved in silver casket in the Basilica of Bom Jesus. So the body of Saint Francis Xavier, right? It is preserved in the silver casket in the Basilica of Bom Jesus. The Sanchi Stupa was built by Mauryan Emperor dash. It was built by Mauryan Emperor Ashoka. Jatak tales were originally written in dash language. So it was originally written in Pali language. Now another question is define heritage. Something valuable, something precious that is passed on from one generation to another is known as heritage. Another question is why is Jaisalmer Fort also called as Golden Fort? Why Jaisalmer Fort is also known as Golden Fort? Because when sun's rays falls on the yellow walls of Jaisalmer Fort, it appears golden. So it is also known as Golden Fort. Write a short note on epics. An epic is a long narrative poem. It tells stories of brave men, women, including god and goddesses. Important epics are Ramayana and Mahabharata. About dances, music and paintings, dance, which is an integral part of Indian culture. Dance forms are categorized as classical and folk. What are classical dance? Dancers use hand gestures or postures or mudras during the performance. Those are classical dance. 7 classical dance forms of India are Bharatnatyam, Odissi, Kuchipudi, Kathakali, Kathak, Manipuri and Mohiniyattam. These are very famous 7 classical dance forms of India. Dance forms are categorized as classical and dash. That means dance forms are categorized as classical and folk. Paintings of different eras help us understand the dash of the people at that time. So painting of different eras help us understand the lifestyle of the people at that time. So question may be asked, painting of different years, painting of past help us to understand what? It help us to understand the lifestyle of people at that time. Kathakali dancers enact stories from dash and dash. So Kathakali dancers enact, play the stories from Mahabharata and Ramayana. Garba is a popular folk dance of dash. So very famous Garba dance is a popular folk dance of Gujarat. Dash music is sung by the fishermen of West Bengal during low tide. It is Bhatiyali. So Bhatiyali music is sung by fishermen of West Bengal during low tide. What is the difference between classical dances and folk dance of India? So in classical dance, dancers use different hand gesture or mudra during performance, whereas in folk dance, simple dance performed by communities during wedding, good harvest, and during these auspicious occasions, during different occasions. For example, classical dance, Bharatnatyam, Kathak, Mohiniyattam, Kathakali, right? 7 classical dances are there, whereas folk dance are Gidda, Garba, Kummi. Okay, so if you revise it time and again, it will become very clearer to you. Another question, write a short note on Tanjore painting. So Tanjore paintings originated in Tanjavur, Tamil Nadu in 16th century during Maratha rule. It is one of the most popular forms of painting in South India. So not to know much about the Tanjore painting, it is originated in Tamil Nadu, that means in Tanjavur. The name of the city is Tanjavur and the state is Tamil Nadu during the Maratha rules, and most popular form of painting in South India. Another question, name 2 instruments that are used in Carnatic music. Ghatam, Kanjira, right? Morsing and several other instruments are there which are used in Carnatic music. So Ghatam and Kanjira I have taken. You can also write other instruments. Tick the correct answer. Which of the following is not a symbol of cultural heritage? Cars are not the cultural heritage, not the symbol of cultural heritage. So monuments, dance, literature are all examples of cultural heritage, whereas cars are not cultural heritage. What is the collection of folk tales written by Pandit Vishnu Sharma called as? So collection of folk tales written by Pandit Vishnu Sharma is known as Panchatantra, which every one of us knows. And the Meenakshi Amman temple is situated on the banks of which river? It is situated on the banks of river Vegai, as you might be knowing very well. Which tales are depicted through Kathak? So which story are depicted through Kathak? It is the story of Radha and Krishna which are depicted through Kathak. Lavani is the folk dance of which state? It is Maharashtra. So Lavani is the folk dance of Maharashtra. Write T for true or F for false. The Golden Fort is situated in Rajasthan. It is true. It is in Jaisalmer, Rajasthan. The gateway towers of Meenakshi Amman temple complex are also known as Gopurams. Yes, it is also true. The gateway towers of Meenakshi Amman temple complex are known as Gopurams, which are brightly colored. Madhubani paintings belong to Gujarat. It is false. Madhubani painting belong to Bihar. Mohiniyattam is performed to show devotion and love to goddess Durga. It is false. Mohiniyattam is not performed to show the devotion and love to goddess Durga. Carnatic music is majorly practiced in South India. Yes, it is true. Carnatic music is very popular form of music in South India. Now match the following. You have to match like Jaisalmer Fort, which is built by King Rawal Jaisal. Ajanta Caves, which are painting by Buddhist. Bhimbetka caves, they are in Madhya Pradesh. Pandavani, it is of Chhattisgarh. And Chhau dance are of West Bengal. Some question answers are there, like what are folk tales? Folk tales are stories that are passed down orally, verbally, through mouth from one generation to the next. They usually carry a message or a moral. For example, Panchatantra and Jatak tales are the folk tales. Another question, in which state is Meenakshi temple situated? So Meenakshi temple is situated in the states of Tamil Nadu. Name the two well-known forms of folk paintings and the state they belong to. Warli paintings of Maharashtra is an example. Bani Thani painting of Rajasthan is also an example. So these two are well-known forms of folk paintings and states as I have given. Name two musical instruments that are used in Hindustani classical music. It is harmonium, sitar, sarod, sehnai, tabla. Several other musical instruments are there. So you can also write two musical instruments from your side, but should be belonging to Hindustani classical music. Answer in detail. Write a short note on Charminar. So Charminar, it is located in Hyderabad, made up of granite and limestone. Moreover, it was built by Muhammad Quli Qutb Shah in the year 1591. So Charminar is located in Hyderabad, made up of granite and limestone. Moreover, built by Muhammad Quli Qutb Shah in 1591. What are Panchatantra tales? Collection of short stories in which animals are the main characters. They are called Panchatantra tales. It is written in Sanskrit by Pandit Vishnu Sharma thousands of years ago. So the language in which it is composed is Sanskrit. And by whom it is composed, by whom it is written? By Pandit Vishnu Sharma about 1000 years ago. What do paintings showcase? What do painting shows? What do painting depicts? What does painting highlights? Give a few examples of different forms of folk painting. So just like literary sources, paintings of different eras help us understand the lifestyle of people during those times. They have been important medium for expressing thoughts and beliefs in culture. So paintings basically show the lifestyle of people during those times, during different times. That means people of different times were shown, or the lifestyle of people of different era, different ages are being shown through this painting. And they have also been an important medium for expressing the thoughts and beliefs in culture. For example, Warli paintings of Maharashtra, Madhubani paintings of Bihar, Bani Thani paintings of Rajasthan, Pattachitra paintings of Odisha are some of the examples of folk paintings. Now you have to write a short note on Carnatic music. Carnatic music is also known as Karnataka Sangeet. This form of music is practiced in South India. The instruments used in Carnatic music are ghatam, kanjira, morsing, venu or flute, veena and chitraveena. So these are several forms of instruments which are being used in Carnatic music. Two kinds of music you have read in this chapter, Carnatic music and Hindustani classical music. Regarding chapter number 2, some of the question answers are also given in this chapter also. Physical maps show only mountains. You have to say whether it is true or false. So physical map show only mountain, it is false. Because physical map not only show mountain, it show river, sea, ocean and several other things. The map is drawn on a curved surface, it is false. Map is drawn on plain surface. Political maps show different countries and states Yes, it is true. It is the political map which shows the boundary between several states, and it shows places, different towns, city, states, capitals. A book of maps is called an atlas. It is also true. Book of maps is called atlas. A book of maps is called atlas. Why do we use maps? We use maps to show places, cities, countries, mountains, plains, rivers, sea, ocean, and so on. So in order to locate, in order to show cities, countries, as well as river, ocean, mountain, plain, and several landforms, water bodies, as well as different states, capitals, towns, cities, in order to show these things, we use maps. Another question, what is a political map? Political map represents countries, states, and capitals, other major cities and towns. So it is the political map that shows boundaries between the states, which shows towns, cities, states, their capitals, and these places. Now fill in the blanks is there. The latitude 23.5 degree north is known as dash. So always remember 23.5 degree north is your Tropic of Cancer, whereas 23.5 degree south is your Tropic of Capricorn. Dash is the longest latitude. It is the equator which is the longest latitude. So the longest latitude on earth, on globe, is equator. And always remember that these are not actually true lines. These are imaginary lines which are made to locate the places, right? Dash are imaginary lines that run from North Pole to South Pole. So the imaginary lines that run from North Pole to South Pole are longitudes, whereas the imaginary lines that run from east to west direction are latitudes. The prime meridian is set as dash. So the prime meridian is set as 0 degree longitude. Another question, describe the importance of a globe. Globe is very important because it depicts, it shows small model of earth. It is the globe which represents small model of the earth. It helps us to understand how the earth looks. A globe represent the earth more accurately than map. This is also a benefit of a globe. Globe represents the earth more accurately than map, and it shows, it depicts the location of continents, oceans, countries. That means it depicts everything because it is a small model of the earth. So it shows, it depicts everything. Another question, write a short note on parallels of latitude. So imaginary lines that run parallel to each other in east to west direction are known as parallels of latitude. These parallels of latitude, these latitude move from east to west direction. They form complete circle as earth is spherical in shape. So these lines which move from east to west direction, they are parallels of latitude. Moreover, they form complete circles. They are not lines. The line which they seem, they form circles because while moving on globe, they complete the whole sphere, right? Because earth is spherical in shape, so these are circular in shape. They can complete the whole circle. Here you can easily see that equator is in the middle, which is 0 degree, and it divides the earth into two equal halves, northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. Moreover, 23.5 degree north is your Tropic of Cancer, and 66.5 degree north is your Arctic Circle. North Pole lies at 90 degree north. In the same way, as we move towards the south, 23.5 degree south is your Tropic of Capricorn. 66.5 degree south is your Antarctic Circle. and South Pole lies at 90 degree south. Write T for true and F for false statements. The size of the places shown on map are very small as compared to the actual size of areas of the places. Yes, it is true, because the size that we show on map is very small in comparison to actual distance, actual size. Earth is very big, na? So we represent such a big place on a very small paper. That's why the sizes of both these places vary or are different. It is easy to represent the earth on a piece of paper. False. It is not easy to represent earth on a piece of paper because earth is spherical in shape. Whereas we are representing plane surface on map. So it is not easy to represent the earth on a piece of paper. A globe represents earth more accurately than a map. Yes, true, because globe is a small model of the earth, whereas map is a graphical representation on a plane surface. Latitudes are used to locate the north-south position of places on the globe. False. Latitudes are used to locate the east-west position of places on the globe, not the north-south position or places on the globe. Okay. Tick the correct answer. Which of the following is not shown by the maps? These are the planets which are not shown by the maps. Planets are not being shown by the maps. Maps show countries, capitals, cities, state, towns, rivers, valleys, mountains, hills. Which of the following is also known as great circle? So it is the equator, which is also known as great circle, because it divides the earth into two equal halves. Moreover, it is the longest latitude. Another question, what is the longitude degree of the prime meridian? It is 0 degree. So 0 degree is the longitude degree of the prime meridian. Which of the following represents the Arctic Circle? So Arctic Circle is represented by 66.5 degree north. Now there are some match the following questions, like Antarctic Circle, which is 66.5 degree south. Southern Hemisphere, which is at south of equator. Tropic of Capricorn, which is 23.5 degree south. 1 degree of latitude covers around 69 miles. 69 miles is equivalent to how much kilometer? Yes, it is 111 kilometers. Royal Observatory. Where is Royal Observatory located? It is in Greenwich, England. So these are some of the famous questions which are given in your textbook, which you have to remember. Answer in brief. What is a scale? Scale shows the relationship. Relationship between what? Relationship between the distance on the map and the actual distance. So relationship between distance on the map and the actual distance is the scale. For example, if the distance between the cities is 100 km, we can represent it as 1 centimeter on the scale. Because map which we are drawing is very small in comparison to the actual earth, right? That's why we can take 100 km as 1 centimeter. Moreover, we can take 1000 km also as 1 centimeter. What are physical maps? Physical map represent physical features such as mountains, plains, valleys, plateaus, rivers, sea, ocean, etc. So physical map generally represent the physical features, or in another words you can say that physical map represents different types of landforms and water bodies. Okay, so physical map represent physical features such as mountain, plain, valley, or you can say different landforms and water bodies like sea, ocean, lake, etc. In another line I have made it clear, it shows various landform and water bodies of the country, right? So various landforms, different type of landforms as well as water bodies of the country are shown by the means of physical map. Another question, what is the axis of the earth? Axis, you might be knowing very well, you might have remembered, axis is an imaginary line. What kind of imaginary line? On which the earth rotates or spins are called imaginary lines. These imaginary lines on which earth rotates, if you look into the globe and if you connect both the points where it is connected, then you get an axis. The end point of the axis of earth in the northern hemisphere is known as North Pole, and the end point of the axis of the earth in the south hemisphere is known as South Pole. So if you connect the North Pole with the South Pole, in this way also you can say that if a line is drawn connecting North Pole and South Pole, then it is called the axis of the earth, because it is the point, it is the location, it is the point on which the earth spins or rotates. Another question, what is a grid? So the parallels of latitude and meridians of longitude intersect each other to form a network of lines. This network is called grid. And how it is useful? It is useful in locating the places on the globe. So if the question is asked what is a grid, you can simply say the parallels of latitude and meridians of longitude intersect each other forming network of lines. This network is called grid and it helps to locate the places on the globe. Another question, what are map keys? And name the direction that help us to read a map. So what are map keys? It is a list which interprets the signs and symbols used in the map, or simply you can say the signs and symbols used in the map is known as map keys or legend. And the directions which they help us to read a map, there are 8 directions in which 4 are main directions and 4 sub directions are there. Main directions are north, south, east and west, whereas the sub directions are northeast, northwest, southeast and southwest. So these are very simple questions. Another question, write a short note on equator. Equator is an imaginary line which divides the earth into 2 equal halves, the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. Equator is equidistant from North Pole and South Pole. It is longest latitude and is called the Great Circle. So these are the things which you can write as a short note on equator. You can also write equator represents 0 degree latitude. So this is all about the revision part. I hope you are going to learn all these parts very carefully, very minutely, because this is just a small part of 2 chapters. Moreover, we need to go further with many more chapters, but these are very simple and these are very useful chapters, because these 2 chapters form the basis. These 2 chapters form the base of your book. So never forget about these two chapters. That's why too much emphasis, too much value is being given on these 2 chapters. So these 2 chapters are very important. Next time when we are going to read about later on chapters, those are also important, but these 2 chapters going to form the base for the rest of your classes. So read these chapters time and again, revise these portions, recapitulate on these portions, so that your history, civics and geography portion will become strengthened. I hope everybody might have enjoyed this video session. It was just a quick recapitulation of all these chapters. In my next class, I am going to show you the preceding chapters. Thank you. Have a nice day.